Hi guys. I wanted to make a video. Well, I just wanted to talk about books because I want to make more book videos. So I'm just gonna start by telling y'all my 2024 um what books I want to read in 2024 and what I've read so far. So I feel like we should start with the books I've read so far, just because see, when I read a book, I forget about it instantly. It's gone. It's gone. So I have written down some of like these so I remember like what the frick it is about. And if I don't know the main characters, guys, please. I read the book. I just don't know names, okay? So, okay, I'm excited. Okay, I have read 12 books this year so far, which is so bad, but I have university, guys. I cannot help it. But the first book I read this year is Dungeons and Drama. This is like a very um it's very nerdy kind of book. It's so nerd, but it's so cute. It has no smut, let me tell you. It's if you're looking for fluff, this is the book for you because okay, let me tell you all the tropes. It has like fake dating trope. It has it's very they start fake dating because they want like the guy wants to impress his crush and that's why they start fake dating. So you already know there's like a jealousy scene, all everything basically. But it's a very fast read, but it is like literally cute fluff. Like there is no if you want to read a book seriously, this is not the book you read. This is just like a palate cleanser between like other books, you know. But this is a good book to read if you like fluff and you just want to just read something really fast. I would give it like a 2.5 stars. Let me tell you, my ratings change. My ratings keep changing, but I feel like it was not like, oh my god, it's like the best book I've ever read because there were some parts where I'm like, I like a book who like builds up the tension and then boom, kissing scene. It'll do it for me. So this book was like that. The next book I read, y'all will be happy to know that I started my Ecotar series journey. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I remember posting about it on TikTok because, girl, I'm just a girl. What do you mean? Like, I was like, oh my god, Tamlin is so cute and he's so nice. Guys, I know, I know he's not. Okay, I know, I understand. I then read A Court of Mist and Fury. I feel like I don't need to talk about this book because literally everybody knows about this book. Like, you know about the Ecotar series. If you don't, like, what are you doing? Get up. Are you living under a rock, you know? So I don't I it it's a really good book. I It's a really good book series. I have not finished it, but I read the first two books. I The thing about me, it's really hard for me to read series, like really hard. I I can't do it for the life of me. I try. I try my best. I try my best, but I just I get bored of the same world and the same characters and so I just needed a break from that book. So I read another book by Anne Leang. It's called I Hope This Doesn't Find You. It it's a very again okay. Let me tell you all my favorite tropes. I like academic rivals to lovers, and I like fake dating trope. Like if it's done well, like chef's kiss. Like it can be done so well. Sorry, I need a water break. But Better Than the Movies was such a good book for me. I loved it. I loved it so much. And so I like books that are like lighthearted, like they don't have to have smut as long as they have like romance and like tension and like just do it well, man. I'm saying this as if I can freaking write a book. Girl, I no. This by no means have I like do I have any kind of like authority to be saying shit on books. So when I say I don't like a book, it's literally because like I was not in the mood for it. I'm like I need to be in the mood to read something. Anyways, I hope this doesn't find you is an academic rivals to lovers book. They uh, it's about this girl who basically is like goody two shoes, right? She's like super smart, super on her shit. Like she's organized, she's everything, and she does have like a side where she's like I like she's not perfect, she has some imperfections. So her thing is that whenever she gets mad, she writes emails, she writes angry emails, but she drafts it, which first of all risky, like why would you do that? But she drafts those emails, and one day somehow all these emails get sent, and the main guy, he gets like 70 emails, 70 just hating on him emails. And that's how like the book starts, and it's like they basically hate each other, and they have to are forced to work together because forced proximity, and they turn into lovers. Like I don't know what to tell you. It's cute, it's nice, it's a fast read. I'd recommend. I would give it like a 3.5 stars. Like I liked it. I then read This Time It's Real by Anne Leang again. This book is it's about this girl who it's about this girl and a C drama actor. She basically has to write this essay for like she has to write this essay for class. And so she makes the story up about her and her boyfriend, but she does not have a boyfriend. This is like hypothetical. She just makes the story up, and then she also posts it on a blog, and it gets famous overnight. And now like everybody's invested in the story. Everyone is like, where's your boyfriend? Like I want to see, y'all are so cute, whatever whatever. And so now she's making up this lie. And so to keep up with the lie, she asks the C drama actor, because they're classmates, to fake date. And there's some benefits for him also in this, because why would he just agree to fake date someone? But yeah, it's fake dating, it's great. It it was done well. It's a fast read. I would give it like 3 stars. I think it was great. I think it was cute. I think it was nice. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm so excited for this next book. Picking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Sankari. I do not know if I said that right, but this book was everything. This book was everything I needed and more. Like after I read Better Than the Movies, I have not found a book that has been like equivalent to like what I felt when I read Better Than the Movies. Because oh my god, guys, it's based in New York City, which first of all, yes, already, yes. And she's a fashion designer and he's an author. He is an author. I'm not going to spoil it for y'all because I really want y'all to read it, but let me just tell you, he writes a poem book for her. My standards, this is why my standards are so high. Like how where am I going to find a guy who writes a poem book for me and publishes it? What? And they are also, the tropes are like childhood friends to lovers, which oh, I love. I love childhood friends to lovers. Like, if it's done well, it's just so good. And it's just so much more emotional. I don't know. It's just so much more like the feelings are just so much more strong when it's childhood friends to lovers. I cannot explain it, but it's just so cute, and it's just adorable, and it was so nice and so heartfelt, and I felt everything. Girl, I was sobbing, and it wasn't even sad. And also there's like a fake dating part of it. Like there's a small part of it that's like kind of fake dating, which is very cute. Guys, please go read it. It's so cute. I recommend. I'm gonna put all these like books that all these books that I've said, it's gonna be on the screen here, because I read on my iPad or my phone, so I don't have the physical copies with me, but I am gonna buy the physical copies of said book. Red Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. Y'all know who Elle Kennedy is. And y'all, obviously, like her books are good. However, Girl Abroad, the tropes were so good. Like there's a love triangle. There's a love triangle between a guy who's like one of the roommates. Like, okay, let me explain to y'all the little situation. So she goes to study abroad in London, and she like arranges this like she books she's renting this house, and she's spoken to the people renting the house like online, and it was three, supposedly it was supposed to be three girls. Lo and behold, it's three guys, because of course. And one of the roommates is one of the main guys in the story, and then there's this other guy who's like this rock star boyfriend, like, and it's just her like navigating through like study abroad in London, and like the pubs, and the love triangle between these two guys. I did not love it, just because at some point it became very like, girl, just pick. Girl, just pick. Like, it's not that hard. Like, she was like, no, like, I'm gonna have fun. It's my time to have fun, and blah blah. Which, yeah, I get it. Like, totally, I understand. But pick, because at some point I just feel like it was so stretched out, because she just wasn't picking, you know. But it was all in all a great book. Like, it was an okayish book. I feel bad saying that, but like, I wouldn't recommend. But if you do want to read it, go ahead. I can't tell you what to do. Okay. Next, Ranger. Okay, guys. Before I tell you all this book, let me prefix this by saying Spencer Reed might just be the love of my life, and I don't wanna I don't wanna hear it. Actually, not might just be, he is. He probably is. Like, I love him, and hence I picked this book to read, because it came on my, oh my god, why is the light so like, it came on my TikTok. Actually, one sec. It came on my, okay, it came on my TikTok For You page, and it said, if you like Spencer Reed, read this book. And I was like, okay, you don't have to convince me anymore. I will read this book because I like Spencer Reed. And so I read this book. It's called Ranger by Rebecca Sharp. Now, before reading this book, I did not know that there were like controversies around her and like this author. And it was like, apparently I do not like this lighting. It's like pissing me off. One sec. But okay, like I was saying, oh, sorry. Okay, like I was saying, Spencer Reed. This book is basically like, Spencer Reed is the main character. If Spencer Reed were a book boyfriend, that's him. And it was great. Okay, I liked it. It's about this girl who's this the girl in the book is an author, and she writes this book, and it kind of mimics her real life, but it's a romance story. And basically she kills off she doesn't kill off, does she? I don't remember, but basically it does not end happily. And all the fans get mad at her and start sending her like threatening notes, emails, blah blah. And so she goes to the small town. That's where she meets, and she's like subleasing, not subleasing, she's like renting this room from this guy, and the guy who lives there is the guy Ranger, and he's basically like Spencer Reed. He does not like shake hands, and like, the whole like, there's more germ spread while shaking hands than kissing. All those little tropes are there in that book, and I liked it. I read it. I would give it like a 4 stars. It's good. The guy is so innocent, and the girl is like not, and so it was good. Next, um, I started reading the series The Naturals. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, what are you doing? It's by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have read the first two books. I'm reading the third book. However, I have not finished it yet, because I like, when I read crime stuff, I get really scared. Like, I get really spooked out. And so I need breaks between those books. And like, I honestly I loved it. Like the naturals, the killer instinct, like the um the found family, so cute. The subplot in romance, very cute. There's kind of a love triangle, and the crime aspect. Like every time I read the book, I'm like, "The and it's like about them catch. It's basically how the FBI arranges this group of kids who are basically like super smart and like extraordinary, like geniuses, and they put them like they make a group and like they take their help to solve like cold cases, but then they start getting involved in like cases that are going on. And it's like this girl who's like a brilliant profiler, this guy who's a brilliant profiler, this other guy who can like Michael, who can really read emotions very well. I love Leah, she's like this badass lie detector. And then Sloane. Sloane is like she's very good with statistics and stuff like that, and they just make a really good group together. And they all share trauma, like trauma from um like childhood trauma, and so they're all fucked up. Sorry, they're all messed up in the head, and basically it's just them navigating through this, plus a serial killer, freaking like they're trying to catch a serial killer, and then them getting involved in the case, and then their lives are threatened. And it's just a good mix of like crime, found family, subplot, and romance. It's just very well done. It's FBI, if like Criminal Minds if they were kids. I loved it. I think y'all should read it. I would definitely give it like 4.5 stars. Like the first two books for sure 4.5, and then I've not read the third book completely yet, but once I finish that, I will let y'all know. Next, I okay. I need a palette cleanser in between all these books, and so my palette cleanser happens to be a ice hockey book, an ice hockey romance book. I don't want to hear it. It it does the job, and I it's a very fast read. However, whenever I read these ice hockey romance books, I cannot tell you what I cannot tell you. Like I'm looking at this name right now and I'm like, what was the book about? Cuz I have no idea. And it's gotten so bad that like whenever I look for ice hockey books, I've read most of them. I've read most of them. Like, girl, what? Anyways, I need to see what this is about because I forgot. But it's called Faking It with the Forward. Oh, it's about this guy. It's a fake dating book. I don't remember much of it, so do with that what you will. But it's like a fake dating, and she's the team like she's like the physical therapist of the team, but like she's a student, like she's interning there. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, it is that. Yeah, it's a standalone book. It's fine. It's like 2 stars. The most I would give it 2 stars. I don't really remember it. Like I'm gonna be honest. Um, I'm gonna be honest, girl. Okay. Anyways, sorry. I I'm so guys, I'm so in my fantasy era. Let me tell you all, I actually want to read fantasy books, and don't ask me to continue the Ekotar series. I know I will, but I love me a good enemies to lovers fantasy book. If you know, you know. And like and I don't mean just enemies to lovers like, oh yeah, they're enemies, they hate each other. Haha. No, no, no. They want to kill each other and then force proximity and then lovers. I don't know what that says about me. I don't want to know what that says about me. Anyways, my next book, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. If you don't know this book, if you don't know about this book, what are you doing? Like literally, what are you doing? It's been on TikTok for like ever. Y'all, when I read this book, I when I finished reading this book, let me tell you, ended in a cliffhanger, and I needed the second book so fast. And I thought that the second book is out because why would it not be out? I've seen this on TikTok for like 2 years now. Like, why would this book not be out? Of course, it's not out. The panic I felt, the my it's like PTSD. Like every time I think about it, I'm like, wow, I was going insane because I needed to know what happened. Because this book is like enemies to lovers to enemies again. Like, hello? Hello. This book is if The Hunger Games and Divergent were one book. It's a dystopian dream. However, it's not dystopian. Is it? I wouldn't say it's dystop. It's not it's not futuristic, is it? Wait, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it might be dystopian. Wait, I don't know, but it's basically like this place where there are like this plague befalls this freaking world or like city or whatever kingdom, and this plague gives some people like magic and like powers, and some people are normal people where they don't get powers, but then the king is like everyone who did not get the powers is basically like sick, and they will spread their sickness to us the elites who have powers, and so we need to kill them. And so the king just put this idea in people's head that the people who the ordinaries is what they are called, the ordinaries are gonna make us sick and make us lose our powers if they're around us, so the ordinaries need to be killed. So now the ordinaries who did not get power, which is a good sum of people, they hide and they live and they try to survive staying hidden, right? And so our main character, she is an ordinary. She fakes being a psychic because there are many things that you can be in this world. Like you can be a psychic, you can be someone who yields like fire, you can be someone who changes into like different animals. Like there, you can be someone who like an illusion person. You can be someone who like teleports. Like there's a lot of powers, right? She, however, our girl does not have any powers. So she fakes it. And being a psychic is basically the way her dad taught her how to profile people. So she can basically profile people and tell them that they are like, oh, like you basically are divorced right now and you're sad, blah blah, because she profiles them, but people think it's psychic. That's how she earns a living. No, that's not how she earns a living. She earns a living by stealing, but that's how she goes through her life, right? She and her best friend Adina, they met while they were on the streets, and that's how they became friends. Anyways, our main guy, his name is Kai. He's one of the prince, and he's also the enforcer. Now, the enforcer is the guy who basically kills all the ordinaries. Like people are scared of him because if he's coming at your door, that means you have an ordinary, and he's gonna kill. And so he has a bad rep. And the other prince, who's the soon to be king, he well, he's the soon to be king. And the enforcer, the brother, is the king's enforcer, Kai's enforcer. I mean, Kai's the enforcer of the soon to be king. Sorry if that was confusing. But um there are trials like every year, the purging trials, and they select people from every little like community kind of thing, like in Hunger Games, like districts. And they compete in the trials and everyone sees it and it's like entertaining and it's literally just for people to see and like laugh on you. And so our girl Peyton gets picked because duh. And before this, let me tell you, I don't want to give give it completely away, but Kai meets Peyton, and she basically saves his life, and that's how she gets picked. And then they're in the trials, and guys, let me tell you all the tension. Oh my good lord, the tension. I don't even know what to say because it was so good. She she builds up the tension so much, and let me just tell y'all, like I need the second book to come out like right now. It comes out in July, but oh my god, I cannot wait because the tension was so freaking good. Like I've never the guys. It was so good. Yeah, do with that what you will. And then it turns into enemies. It's not great. It doesn't feel great and I do not know what is happening and it's just anyways, that's the book. And the second book is coming out. So if y'all want to wait till July to read the second book, I understand. If y'all want to read it now, I understand too. The last book that I've read this year, it's called Heart of Desire by Liana Timson. It was just, I don't know, it was like fake dating. It was about this, if y'all can't tell, fake dating is my trope, but it's like, mm, it's about this girl who's like super rich, like mean girl type vibe, and this guy who's also rich, mean girl. He's also like a brat, like a literal brat. And obviously, you'll have your own opinions to it. So read it, and if you like it, good for you. If you don't, just oh well. No, then you don't. So, anyways, those were my books that I have read. So these are the books that I have read and I want to read that I recommend. And if you guys like this video, let me know if like I love doing like love talking about books because like I need to talk to someone about books and I have friends who read books but we don't read the same kind of books. So but we still talk about it and I love talking about books. And so I would like to like make more videos like that. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments and I can make more videos like that. Yes. Bye.